al-Adha is not just a religious occasion, it is a time of joy, connection, and making memories for a lifetime. And for our dear children, of course, these kind of memories can sharpen and shape their personality and understanding of faith and love. And to know more about this topic, I'm so delighted to be accompanied now by Mrs. Amira Sabeq, a human development expert. Good evening.
Good evening, dear.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, first of all.
My honor, and happy Bayram for everyone.
Thank you so much. Of course, we're talking today about Eid al-Adha al-Mubarak, which is a very special occasion in the Islamic nation, and some people wait for such occasions to gather and build some memories. Yes, so we need to know more about, for our children, it is very important to raise them for the understanding and the connection, the faith, the joy that they can have while being around their family.
One of the mistakes that we always do is dealing with just a mere religious ritual. This is killing the joy of it, but it should be handled as a cultural and emotional experience. We all know that childhood is the first emotional development stage for the kids. So if this stage is characterized by good experience, by good cultural and religious experience, where we can say it anchors faith, identity, and family bonding, we will find out that kids are having these memories in their minds for a long, long time, and it will shape their character in the future. So as we said, it has to be an experience. If kids are having a good experience of Eid, it will grow up with them, and they will feel that Eid is not just we have to do this and this and this. It's not a matter of stress, but it's a joy. But if they start having bad memories and maybe stress and obligations, they will grow up and they don't want to wait for it. So this occasions is a very good opportunity to instill in kids that religious feasts, especially religious feasts, are a matter of joy, and they are a matter of bonding, and we can work on their memories so that after that they can transfer it to their kids.
Well, I think this is very important because, let's say, other generations, previous generations was one of them, let's say we used to have this occasion as a must occasion. There is no obligations with anything, and in those days with this busy life, AI, tech, so I think most of the children now, they know better than we do with technology, and they stay most of the time on their phones. But I think I met many parents who want to implant in their children that no, this is a family time, and this is to be respected, and it's a ritual. This family time is not just days rituals.
Okay, let us say that one of the main reasons that kids are always staying on their mobiles and laptops is boredom. They don't have anything else more interesting to do. This is the most interesting thing that they can do. So if we can take the chance of Eid that we do like family activities. For example, we can share in cooking. We can pack the dishes, and we can distribute it for the poor and the needy people. If they give hand in decorating the house, if they give hand in making cards for the rest of the family members, if we ask them to read short stories that we, through the feast or through the Eid, we can gather and they can tell us about what they have read. If we make them, if we acknowledge their feeling, if we ask them, how do you feel about the Eid? Do you really like, what are the things that you like to do? When they get engaged and they feel that they have a say in how they are going to spend their Eid, they are having a plan for themselves, so they don't have time to sit on their mobile. So acknowledging their emotions, asking their opinion, making them part of the planning for the feast, it will help them to feel responsible. That's my plan, and I'm responsible for it, and I'm enjoying the way I want. So I'm sure at that time they will not find time to sit on their mobile because they found something more interesting and they are responsible for it.
But we're still super lucky that we didn't have this much technology around us. We didn't have time to chat, to speak about our days, like a daily summary, wrap up for our families and parents. But also in those days, like both parents works, no time, but you spoke about something very important, like indulging them with activities as it happening like in the Easter, let's say, just coloring some eggs and interacting with those activities, so their mind will be always related to this occasion. But as you said, also stressing on, just an occasion. They have to know the difference, of course, of the ritual occasions, the religious occasion that they should enhance, but it comes with the inner part of them, just the implementing in them the benefit of time, the benefit of spending time with the family and friends also.
You know what one of the mistakes that parents do is that they leave their kids until they are 9 or 10 and 11, and then they start asking them to take part in the celebration when they are teenagers, when it is too late. By the way, neuroscience shows us that the age of 5 and 10, this is the most or the most fruitful age in the kids, where they instill memories. So if we get them used starting from the age of 5 to these gatherings, they will not be used. They will not be used to using the mobile at that time. So when they know from very early age that the feast is new clothes, good food, visiting, giving gifts, giving cards, sitting together and telling story, it will be patterned in their mind. So they will feel, when they grow up and they reach this teenage, they will feel, no, we are not supposed to do this. We are not, because they are raised up from early ages to know that family activities, family bonding, speaking and sharing and going to the neighbors and playing with our cousins, these are Eid rituals, and at that time they will feel that mobiles are not to be touched, or laptops or whatever, these technological tools are not to be touched for Eid, because Eid for them is gatherings and fun and stories and gifts, other than just sitting alone on the mobile. So it has to be started from very early ages.
Yeah, of course, because it's true. If it didn't start in a very early age, then afterwards it's going to be a must habit.
Yeah.
It's a must habit. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it because I have to do it. It's not just coming from the inside of me, from the inner me.
Yeah.
But in this busy life also, you said the educational part. It's not just raising your children on very strictly, but the connection. It's the connection. It's the ability to have a speech, the ability to connect, the ability to speak for themselves, the ability to choose, the ability to say, okay, I'll do this now, I can indulge in this. Well, I have an idea. The listening is very important for our children.
Okay, I'm happy that you mentioned this. One of the books that I really liked by Stephen Covey said that if you want to be a great person, you have to learn how to voice yourself, to say what you want. So if you want your kids to be great people when they grow up, teach them to voice themselves. Voicing themselves means that they have to tell you whatever they are going through, whatever they are feeling, without you judging them. Don't judge your kids. You are just active listening. Or else, which is much more better than active listening, is empathic listening. To put yourself in their shoe, to listen with their point of view, to listen from their own perspective. So even if kids say, Mom, I feel that killing animals is something very harsh. I used to say this when I was a kid, and I always blame my parents for doing this. So they said, okay, maybe you, from your point of view, you see it this way. Why don't we get stories and read about our Islamic stories and Islamic rituals? So seeing this act, telling them about Prophet Ibrahim and how much faith he has in God, telling them about Prophet Ismail and how brave he was in replying God's demand. So when they read it in a story, they feel it is light. Storytelling is much lighter than listening to parents giving insight. You know what? This is the story of no, they want to see pictures. Mm-hmm. So if we are wise parents, Eid is a very good opportunity to unleash the voice of our kids, to listen to them, to give them, and to teach them to give others. Instead of pushing them, you have to clean your room before the Eid, you have to prepare things. Why don't you say, let's do this, let's prepare for this, let's think how the needy people don't have this nice house, let's think how we can help them. By the way, as you said, parents are always busy. Now we have the Eid occasion, we have time for our kids. This is the timing that you can build a bond that will remain with you as parent and children from Eid to Eid. But if you are too busy preparing for your guests, cooking and cleaning, and you are neglecting the presence of kids, you are losing the most valuable thing in life, which is your bond with your kids who will be the coming generation, who will be your friends in the future, who will be taking care of you in the future. So as I said, they should like the issue, not just fear it.
Yeah, and we are so lucky because each event, a religious occasion, holds a story, and a very nice story that kids can see, watch, listen to, and then they ask lots of whys.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, the answer will be because, and you don't have to explain why. Why? They need to listen why from you. You are their, let's say, the source of security and trust. So building personas, I've seen disturbance in building personalities, but right now there's this development in this sector. There's a lot of evolution has been happening. Before, most mothers, well, parents, both of them, they were ignorant about how to deal with a child, probably previous experiences, and then they were raised no connection or no speaking or no communicating, no speech around. But right now, I think, and all this globalization and all this revolutionary in educational system, not just at home, but also at school, at universities, and even community and all even the educational institutes are looking forward to build a persona more than just
investing money and just teaching them. I just want to stop at one of the words we said, that parents are ignorant. They are not just ignorant. They don't want to put effort in their kids, and after that they say, I don't know why my kids are not good with me, because they didn't put effort. Okay, so if parents really put this effort and they start to listen and they start to using technology, for example, even through the feast, we can say, okay, why don't you search about stories about this Eid? Why don't you search about the story of Prophet Ismail? Why don't you search the story of Prophet? Why don't you read about it and say it? So they are going to use technology, something that they like, but in the proper way. Even after Eid, they will know that this mobile can give them information about things that they are interested in, because they will be starting to be interested in topics they don't know it's religion. It is something interesting, because in early ages, religion for them is like geography, just information. Geography, religion, chemistry, math, they are all information. They don't know the meaning of religion or the values of religion at early age. So if I teach them that there is something nice about the religion, it is more of interesting stories, you will find them every now and then going and searching for stories, and a story will get another story, Prophet Yunus, Prophet Ismail. So they will start to be interested. When Eid comes, they have stories to tell, they have values to share, they have culture that they feel that belong to. When everyone at home is celebrating with the same passion, these kids will feel that they are part of a whole. They feel the sense of belonging. They feel the sense of, I belong to a nice community, I'm proud of this. And when they grow up, they have stories to tell their kids. So it is inherited from generation to generation, and it becomes from our young moms nowadays.
There is a great difference between teaching and educating. It's totally different. Teaching is, you can teach a substance, you can teach mathematics, whatever, but I mean, education, it's a whole process. As you said, like if they look up for a story and then they want to know more and more, because humans are curious by nature. So imagine children, and there are lots of questions. One more thing is that nobody can distract them.
Yeah.
It's like they don't know what is, oh, you're killing animals, it's a sacred. No, it's called sacrifice, and here's the story behind that. And Prophet Ismail did this because of that, so they would have all the answers around them, which you don't have to wait to be questioned. You have to. And
as I said, don't let them, the first exposure is seeing the blood coming out of the animal. It can be in a story. Prepare them so that when they see it in the story, they are eager to see it in real. They will become eager to see it when they have a storytelling, when they look at the pictures, when they listen to like step by step. But if I come, hey, today we are having, for them, we are killing an animal, come and enjoy. We are not enjoying. You are evils. Mom and dad, you are evils, okay? And when I was a little girl, I used to leave home on that day. I don't want to stay there. Because I was forced to see this. But now, I can claim that parents are now getting more awareness, more or much better education. So why don't you do this in a way to make a bond with your kids by enjoying religion? I want them to feel that religion is a good value, is a good support for them in life, not obligation, not boredom, and this is very tough to do. And it starts with such occasions like Eid.
It needs a lot of balance, you know, it needs a lot of balance and a lot of tolerance for parents,
Care.
just to wait, care, understanding, and lucky us, Egypt has been evaluating in this sector lots of venues, lots of educational venues when it comes to raising children. Also, they've been teaching now that you can have your masters in in different colleges here and universities in Egypt. So it's getting more and more upgraded, which is we are so lucky for that.
And one of the good things that we are lucky for is that joy doesn't need money; it needs intention. So it is something that really doesn't need money. So the more intention you put in it, the more will you put in it with your family members, it will become much more valuable without need for money.
I'm sure of that, and one of the pillars also is that you're teaching them charity, generosity, connection, harmony, family, ethics, faith. So I think it's a big win for each parent to know so well. Mrs. Amira Sabeq, the human development expert, I'm so delighted to be accompanied
My
by
pleasure,
you. We can never get enough of this topic, but I promise we'll be back.
Happy Bayram for everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this segment.